Hi, I'm Laura Hartman, and I'm a past Gourlay visiting professor of ethics and business. Mr. John Gourlay and Louise Gourlay, his wife, established the professorship of ethics and business because of their commitment to ethical leadership and ethical decision-making. At its inception, this professorship was established because of the Gourlays' belief that ethical decision-making was so critical to leadership success. After the death of Mr. John Gourlay, Louise Gourlay, his wife, decided to establish the Louise Gourlay Prize for Social Change. The purpose of this video is to describe for you that program and what its requirements are. There are several purposes behind the Social Change Project. The first is to show you the impact that stakeholders have on you. For instance, what does a tire company know about cleaning a park? What does an energy company know about education? What do you know about climate change? You might know a lot, but you're going to learn more throughout the course of this project. Oftentimes, our stakeholders require that we end up doing things that might not be central to our core purpose or missions as companies, but they still want us to do it. Sometimes it goes under the name of corporate social responsibility, corporate citizenship, even sustainability. Our stakeholders ask us to participate in activities that might not necessarily be central to that mission. Yet we do it. We do it because our stakeholders ask us to do it. And you might participate in this social change prize competition because of the end purpose. You might win a prize, you're going to win money, or you do it because your stakeholders ask you to do it. Number two, none of it matters unless you can evidence the impact. So this mining company that wants to please its stakeholders because its stakeholders are concerned about education in the locale where the mining company is doing its work is going to get no credit unless it can demonstrate the educational impact that it has. So you only get credit in this competition if you can demonstrate, measure the impact that you have in the end. So if you are cutting back on your showers each morning by 5-10 minutes apiece, and you are claiming that you're saving tons of water, fabulous. But if you don't measure it and you don't evidence that impact and no one knows about it, how do you then come back and demonstrate to all of us that you've done it? We can't give you credit unless you measure it, and you've got to build that measurement into the original design of your project. Number three. The purpose of this project is also to show you that a very small effort, like cutting back on those showers in the morning, maybe not so small for some of you, a very small effort can lead to enormous impact on stakeholders. The value here is that when each of you Trinity College students ends up in fabulous leadership roles in business or other institutions, you will realize that these small efforts can have enormous impact. So when you are then in your leadership roles, your efforts there can have exponential impact. And we hope that you'll take these lessons here out to that professional environment there and learn from it. All right, so what does this really entail? There are a number of steps to this process. Number one, you got to figure out what you care about. We all care about something. What do you care about? What do you want to spend time changing? These changes do not have to be a change to the planet. They can be a change, any change that you can demonstrate. It can be a change just to the members of your team, a change to the members of your local community, meaning your residence hall, your class, your social group, your college, the university, the area in which you live. You decide. Plus, it can be a change just to members of your gender, your ethnicity, your religion maybe, your local community, your group of humans, your environment, a certain group of animals. You decide. But once you decide, the very next step in your design needs to consider that measurement, because no matter how enormous an impact you have if you haven't designed from the very start how you will measure that end. It might be fabulous, but it's not going to earn you this prize. And so we need to focus on that. And just to remind you, it's not that it has no value, it's that your stakeholders cannot understand how to value it. So it needs to be measurable from the very start. Number two, when you design it, you need to be able to complete it within the deadline period. So even though you might have planned the most miraculous change, you do need to be able to complete it. It needs to have an end date before the deadline, not just an anticipated end date. It needs to actually be complete. So you'll plan it. You will identify the measurability, and you will make sure that it will end before that end date. Identify your stakeholders, then figure out how it will impact each stakeholder, and then go through your process. So let's get to the details. How will you be judged? You'll see on the materials that you'll get from the college that you're going to be judged on 4 criteria. Number 1, the quality of the impact. You're going to be judged against other contestants based on the quality of the impact. Did you save a barrel of water, or were you able to save a great deal